great ancestors, mighty titans of scale, horn, and claw. Oh, to be a witness to their dominance over the earth so many eons ago. They were awesome and powerful and evolved into the arguably better and more fashionable feathered birds. Truly, their greatest downfall wasn't a changing climate or a comet from space. It was probably that they never mastered made-for-TV movies. Anonymous Rex was released into the wild in 2004. The idea was hatched as a backdoor pilot for the Syfy-original, but didn't manage to get its claw in the door. It's based on a dinosaur noir book trilogy, written by the human Eric Garcia, which consists of Casual Rex, Anonymous Rex, and Hot and Sweaty Rex. Fans of the books and critics of the movie alike hated the adaptation for reasons that will soon become apparent. In this world, dinosaurs secretly survived to the modern day and now hide their existence from humans using reverse fursuits. Though these are replaced by shape-shifting hologram technology in the film. The plot centers on Vincent Rubio, a Velociraptor private investigator, and his Triceratops partner Ernie, played by a lesser Baldwin brother. The story takes the form of a murder mystery nested inside a larger cult conspiracy. Our hard-boiled detective is egged on by lingering feelings for his ex-girlfriend and does some sniffing around. He unearths a cult that wants to wait out the next extinction event, eyeing a comet on its way to Earth.
Meet asteroid 2003 WQ47 on a possible collision course with Earth, ETA 2014. Only this time the dinosaurs will be ready to crawl out of our fallout shelters and take back the world we lost.
But some dinos want to speed up that process and go on a human killing spree. The dinos have a very sensitive sense of smell and get high on common household spices. So, the cult's plan involves turning dinosaurs feral by vaping tarragon.
Tarragon was a banned herb. Inhaled as a gas, you're ready to take on King Kong.
Coffee, some basil?
This makes Rattles curious. Oh, yes. Yes! Then there's a confrontation between those who want to fight the humans and those who don't, leaving the saurian community in an uproar. Anonymous Rex arrived at the tail end of the Jurassic Park craze, but it's not content to just be another Cretaceous cash-in. It has some narrative and emotion you can sink your teeth into. In addition to exploring its dinosaur community, the film deals with the emotional fallout of hiding your true self from the world. The first 30 minutes of this film are an extinction-level info dump event, with 1,000,000 years of lore completely burying the murder mystery.
Hey, it's a small price to pay to keep a 65-million-year-old secret.
A Gulf of Mexico-sized asteroid decided to leave family and friends and make a beeline for...
Perfected our disguises. Parchment paint was always a breeze. Find ways to blend in. Obviously.
It definitely has failed pilot energy, attempting to set up for a series that went extinct. Just goes to show you shouldn't count your dino detectives before they're hatched. The funniest scene is a flashback to our protagonist's childhood, where he was chastised on Halloween for appearing unmasked. which was immediately followed by another flashback of his breakup. A tragic backstory fit for the most average of cis white men, pure comedic gold. The books that inspired this movie are, in fact, categorically comedy. One of these books is straight up about a stolen dino dildo. Hilarious! More of that, please! This movie scraps any jokes or humor for some light sarcasm, so everything that's quite silly is met with a straight face and earnestness that just feels unnecessary given the premise. The movie becomes funny for the wrong reasons and you laugh at the movie instead of with it. They try so hard to be taken seriously with their faux Matrix meets CSI that it's just this weird parody of itself. If these dinosaurs have such advanced technology, why do they feel so threatened by humanity? Sure, they're outnumbered 100,000 to 1, but they've also constructed this narrative that peaceful coexistence with humanity is impossible unless they blend in and wear human faces. Flocking conformists. This is all a plot contrivance so that we can spend the majority of the film in the city's dino underbelly. Between the corny acting and the cheesy special effects, it's easy to be critical of the carnivorous casserole that is Anonymous Rex. Made during the primordial days of CGI, actual shots of the dinos are sprinkled in sparingly, but, like all fossils, we must look at its context. By the standards of early 2000s TV movies, it's a direct ancestor to our modern, seamless CGI, working its dinosaurs into the background as often as it does center stage. I have a bone to pick with this film's transitions. They're as frenzied as a velociraptor hopped up on cinnamon. All dizzying and disorienting blasts through the city, needlessly tossing the audience through doorways and traffic and phone lines and restaurant kitchens. The writing is creative and ambitious, even if its reach exceeds its talents. I found it surprisingly fun, but it's still a very bad movie. On a dino scale from bone dry to fresh kill, I rate this 1, 2, 3, 4 rotten. It's very close to being a fresh kill, but would have done much better to embrace its own wild premise and not speak down to its audience. Still, the paleontologists among us will dig it for being a unique evolution of the dinosaur movie genre. This dino descendant finds this film to be a shame to our ancestors. They must be spinning in their museum display cases. Yes!